So the S-10 truck bed trailer is now in the shop, and I gave the welder away to a friend of mine. He's going to take it and do something with it, maybe put another motor on it or something. So anyway, this thing here, I want to drop it about 4 inches. I want to get it low so I can load the bike or whatever in there without such a steep incline. So I got some lowering blocks and U-bolts from Speedway. These are 4-inch blocks, so basically you're just going to lower it just like you're doing a full truck, you know. I figure if I can get it low on the ground, it'll make it a lot easier with a ramp. And I'm probably gonna put some new shocks up under it too. So all of this. Let's see here. I'm gonna cut myself. So these are 4-inch blocks, and I think it's been a long time since I lowered anything. I think these go between the rear end and the leaf springs. That would bring the rear end up higher, up into the fender wells. Is that correct? But 4-inch block. Here's U-bolts. These are supposed to be just universal. So that's my plan. Also, I'm going to take this toolbox off of here and see can I find it a new home. It's a good box. It just I don't like the way it looks. I mean, it kind of takes up the space of not having nothing up here, but I just don't like the way it looks. I mean, now if it was in the bed, it'd be different. But my real plan is to find a long wheelbase S-10 bed. If I can find one of those, can that mean the bed will probably stop somewhere in the neighborhood of here and give you more room to load, you know, put stuff in there, stretching on out. Be just like a full-size small truck, but I don't know if I can find one. So what I'm gonna do is get this thing in the air, and I want to lower it. I want to get this toolbox off, get rid of that. Maybe if the toolbox was sitting more down on the frame, it would look better. But with this stand here, that just, I just don't like it. I mean, it's probably gonna look naked without that on there, but I just don't like the way it looks. It's already weird enough. It's a S-10 trailer, but with the toolbox, I don't know. I'm thinking about just taking it off of there and find a home somewhere. But I really want to get it lowered first, because you can see how high it sits off the ground. It's just like truck, you know. If I can get it low enough, you can easily ride stuff in the back of it, roll motorcycles in it or whatever, or motorcycle, and yeah, get this tailgate on down. It's kind of bouncy. So we can get that tailgate on down. Like I say, it'd be cool. So anyway, I'm gonna get up under this thing, get those U-bolts loose or out on this rear end, and get those lowering blocks up under there. See if we can get it down. Then we gotta do something about the lights, because the harness is all chewed up. I think it got wrapped up in the yoke because this thing still got a functional rear end. And yeah, so see, can we get something going with this rear end? So I was looking through the box and I found the instructions. So this is how you're gonna put those lowering blocks in between the rear end and the leaf springs. So good thing we got the instructions. Like, wouldn't be too hard to do anyway. These are too pretty to put in there. So now get this thing rolled out and let's get it low. Alright, so I got it turned around so I can be able to see how much lower this thing's going to be after I put those blocks in. You can clearly see how high it is now. The distance between the tire and the distance off the ground. So let's just see. I don't know if I can get a measurement, hold the camera, but we'll shoot for it anyway. So right now looks like we're about what, 16, 15. So let me get this thing jacked up, get to work. So I don't have a socket deep enough to go up on those 3/4 nuts and get them loose. So I'm just gonna take my saw and I'm just gonna cut these U-bolts. I'm not gonna use them anyway, so I'm just gonna cut them, and that way we won't have to worry about trying to get those nuts off of there because they look pretty rusty anyway, and I don't have nothing deep enough. Somebody's put those on there because they've been cut. So I'll get the saw, get those cut, and then we'll put the blocks in because it's gonna take me a minute. Okay, so there's all 4 U-bolts. I had to cut them off because mainly they're really rusty and I didn't have a socket deep enough, and I wasn't finna about to try and take that loose with a 3/4 wrench. So we got the new U-bolts, and here's our lowering block. So only thing I got to do is jack up the rear end and slide those blocks up under there. Kind of hard to get a good view of what I'm doing, but I'll try. So I'm gonna jack up. Let's try and slide those blocks up under there. I'll get some good light. So we'll be jacking it right here. So let me get jack in place. Hopefully the rear end don't tumble over. Got a jack stand in front of it, so it won't fall over. I have to reach in there, get that jack stand out of there. Because the jack, the rear end is trying to, like it's trying to fall. Well, it's trying to fold forward. I think I can just jack it up right there though. Let's just jack it up some more. So I got the jack stand up under it. Just gonna go up. Sure don't want that rear end to fall. Well, even if it do fall, it's gonna fall in leaf springs. So we gotta go way on up. And the front of that rear end is tilting. So I'm gonna try and get up under there and lift it up some. If I can. Reposition. I think I can get it up under there now. All right. Trying to get more light. Ooh, that ain't gonna work. Everything's like in the way. Oh, we gotta go way up. See if I can go up some more. I probably can tilt it up on this side. Oh yeah, that was easy. It's gotta line up with that. There's a hole right there, which is full of rust. I knew the light was gonna fall. Oh, rear end about to fall too. So I'm gonna go on the other side and do the same thing. Well, you probably can see what I'm doing. I lifted up the rear end and put the block under there. It's kind of hard to do with the camera, but let me go do the other side and get everything lined up, bolt it down, and we should be good. Well, I ran into a problem. This little dowel pin here is way longer than the one that's on the leaf spring. So therefore, when I put the block up in there, let's see if I can. It only goes so far. It's not letting it flush out all the way because that hole in the rear end, it's not that deep. Cleaned it out. It's not that deep. So what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to grind some of this off a little bit, just a little bit, to get it where this block will fit flush up on the rear end where it's supposed to sit. So see that little stub there, that's how deep that one is, or how tall it is, or whatever. So anyway, I'm gonna grind down a little bit. I think we should be good, and I'm gonna have to do the same on the other side. So I grinded just a little bit off of there. That's all we needed. I already did the other side. It fits perfect. Just this little dime sized piece. That's all I needed. Grind it off of there, and this will make it flush. So I'm finna go ahead and put this in, and put the U-bolts in on both sides of the rear end. Put the tires on. We'll see how low this sucker really is, and hopefully it's low enough that I can just take a bike and roll it up there with a ramp, but I doubt that. But it will be low. Alright, so I got the block in there. I just got to tighten down the U-bolts. And got this side already started. I had to get it all lined up best way I could. Good enough on that side. Looks flush to me. So now I just gotta go to the other side and tighten it up, and should be good to go. Alright, so we got both of the lowering blocks in. I'm not sure about these bump stops yet. It has the bump stops that's on the frame right here. I don't know if they're going to bottom out once I get weight on it. I just have to put some weight on it and see if it does. I'll probably just take them off, because like I said, with this 4-inch drop, that brings the rear end up closer to the frame, which will make the truck bed truck a lot lower, so these bump stops might have to come out, but we'll see. But let's go ahead and get the tires on and get it let down. Let's see how low it's going to be. And there you have it. It's a mini truck trailer. Last time I didn't have it, the jack low enough at the front when we did the measurement, but you can clearly see how low it is. So that's pretty decent. That's the lowest it's going to go, 4 inches. And I mean, you can put a ramp on here. I mean, if you're going to load like a big bike like the Gold Wing or something, I don't see it. Unless you ride it up there and you're brave enough. But something like the dirt bike or 4-wheeler, I mean, you can get the Gold Wing up there. You got some help to push it in a good enough ramp, not no 2x4s. But it is low though. I'm gonna get the same size tire for this side. I think this side is a 195, that is a 185. But you can tell the difference now how low it is. And I'm thinking about maybe if the toolbox wasn't so high and wouldn't look so crappy to me, maybe if the toolbox was actually down on the frame, I'll probably be better, but unless you jackknife or something. But you got all this clearance here, you shouldn't be able to jackknife and tear up the toolbox. But I think if it was either on the frame or just a small, one of those plastic storage boxes they have like on jet ski trailers, will probably look good. This just looked kind of tacky I mean, maybe if it was boxed in or something, I don't know yet, but I'm tickled with how low it is. I don't know if the suspension is still bouncy. The shocks seem to be good. Yeah, it's a little bouncy. The shock, it could use some stiffer shocks. I mean, they had a little life left in them, but some stiffer shocks. I'm sure those leaf springs are probably just old, but I like it. Do a little oiling on the tailgate. Next, we'll get the lights going. I thought about putting some LED tail lights in it. That'll be cool. This one right here is cracked. But put some LED tail lights, and maybe we can paint it a color or something. Just kind of paint it. It's got a dent right here, but who cares? That probably happened on the farm. Just kind of spray some paint on it, just to make it look decent. Tailgate's got some surface rust. This side over here's got a lot of surface rust. But I like it though. It's cool. Like I say, toolbox, that's a different story. So what we'll do, we'll hook it to the truck, and we'll see if I can run and load up the RM. Just walking up a ramp. Pretty sure I can. Or we just get the RM going and riding up there. But work in progress. Work in progress. So the truck bed trailer is now low. And I want to paint this frame too. Get some black Rust-Oleum paint. And just paint all this rust. Probably just paint the whole thing and Rust-Oleum. But at least this frame, the jack and everything. Alright, so she is nice and low. I got the trailer hitch from Harbor Freight. Drop hitch. So she ought to be able to pull well. Got the 4-inch drop on the trailer with the 4-inch lowering blocks. So bike's not running yet. I got to still do the carburetor. So I am gonna have to put some shocks on it though, because she's kind of rickety. Like I say, those bump stops are like real close to that axle. So I'm probably gonna have to take those off, and I'm gonna put some new shocks on it, because like I say, it's kind of springy when you bounce on it. But all in all, it's low. I loaded it by myself, just with 2 boards, rolled it right up on there. Just imagine it running, really a fly up on there. But that drop hitch evened it out. So I think I might leave the toolbox. It looks kind of cool. I think I might leave it on there for now. I can put my riding gear and stuff in it when it's muddy. So anyway, that's gonna be it on the S-10 trailer. Now it's time to get the bike running so we can go riding. That's the next thing. And also, I'm also gonna paint the trailer, and yeah, truck bed too. All right, subscribe, comment later.